Happy 2025. We're going to be talking about driving on the expressway in the new year. We want to be safe out here. So first we have these signs here. They tell us we have to stop, complete stop for minimum 3 seconds. Red sign is a guide sign. The green sign is, the red sign is a regulatory. The green sign is a guide sign. Guide signs give us information. So we're going to be heading through a suburban area down to a downtown metro area. Thousands of people down here, so we're going to go ahead and talk about this. This is one of the dangerous times of the year. People have been drinking, celebrating, so we've got to really be mindful and be careful not to be in an accident or be hit by someone who's under the influence. Some of my goals for this year is to bring you more high quality content, to really teach you the essence of driving, give you real life stories behind driving, to help you become a better driver in 2025. One of my goals is to, I'm looking at a all electric vehicle. I'm looking at the Mach-E Ford, the Tesla Model 3 long range, or the GM product, which has upwards of over 319 miles. The price point seems to be really good. We want to yield for this vehicle. And we're looking at the signs. We are going the correct way. If we were going the wrong way, we would have the do not enter. And a lot of times there have been wrong way drivers, a lot in the state and a lot around the country. The temperature is 33 degrees, so this could be black ice also, so I really want to be careful going down this cloverleaf. Now this is going to be exciting because part of the area where I'm going in the metro area is blocked off. So GPS will help us. The channel has been doing pretty good, had a lot of growth, a lot of people leaving comments, but I want to continue to do and grow even better and faster. That's bringing you guys a lot of lives, as many as I can. Talking about safety, encouraging you to get your license, practice. The biggest hurdle I see is a lot of people can't afford to take the class. Then the next move, you wait till you're 18, which is fine. But now you have to have transportation to the DMV. Then you've got to have someone with a car who's willing to help you. And that's a big challenge, because if you can't really drive, no one's really going to trust you. Then you got to get at least 30 hours of driving, 10 hours of driving. I do deep driving, going from the office to work on Expressway, that's deep driving. Going major thoroughfare over half an hour, that's deep driving. But a lot of you need a mixture of neighborhood driving, residential driving, downtown driving to really prepare you. Most of the tests in the United States look at functionality, control of the vehicle. Do you understand the rules? Can you merge on Expressway? Can you do a parking maneuver? Can you do a three-point turnaround? 4-point stop, right rules of the right of way, lane changing. I think the biggest thing I see is just making that promise to yourself. And just like anything else, it's 2025. All of you who are listening right now, why don't you make that promise to yourself? I'm going to get my license in 2025. I'm going to get my certificate. I'm going to get my permit. I'll do everything possible on my side, help you go live, give you in-car tutoring, test prep. But it's really got to come from you, because as I really go deeper in 2025, it's the will of all of you. Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you. You're the first one that has told me that, and thank you. But it's really, first it's the financial situation. Next, it's you got to be able to read and then get solid practice. If your mom and dad don't practice with you, you really won't learn. You're going to be 18, 20, 26, 30, 34. I've had people in their 50s message me wow, you really encouraged me to drive. And that's an honor. I didn't realize it was that deep. And COVID kind of pushed everyone back too. But, and even if your car breaks down, you got to fix it. If you fail the test, you got to retake it. If you miss days in class, you got to, make up those days. Same thing for me. I'm still going to make content. Yes, I want an EV. Because that would add a lot of nuances, and I think that's where driver's education is going. And a lot of people say, no, beginning drivers don't need EVs, they have too much instant torque. You can cut that down. But also, any car has too much instant torque. I've had kids push the gas here and the car takes off, hit the brake. So we can't blame the EVs, because in Switzerland, in Amsterdam, they're driving EVs right now. Those kids are no different. Those adults are no different than here in the United States. So you feel me on that? So let's not make excuses about EVs. Okay? They're here. Their technology's here. I think good driving companies who want to be innovative save money, because I'm spending about $25 to $35 or more a day in gasoline. If I drive 6 to 8 kids a day, well, you're driving too much. No, fuel's kind of expensive. But also with new technologies, new opportunities. So, and I think the prices are good right now. And if I can get a grant, and I would write off the value of the vehicle, show people what you're doing right and wrong, look at data. It's all about analysis and numbers. And one thing I want to do is go through more data and analytics. How many people who really watch my channel are really driving? Where are you really from? The majority of you are from the United States. The majority of you are male, because I've been looking at my analytics. Okay? There are 3 main groups. That 18 to 25, at 25 to 35, and at 35 to upwards of over 50. Okay? Look at my content. The next biggest group is from the UK. Thank you, brothers and sisters from the UK. Then after that, it's the UAE. UAE, it's in Africa, it's around the world. And I'm blessed. I think a lot of people who watch this are just kind of interested because I'm talking about driving, but actually I give you the whole perspective. And the biggest thing is just a job. Because I think a lot of people are very interested in driving, but it's the commitment. Okay, do you really want to learn how to drive, or you want to be entertained and think about the idea, okay, I'm learning how to drive, but you haven't taken a class, you haven't signed up, you don't have a job, you're still living in your mom's basement, right? You feel me on that? So I want to stay away from this truck. I know that. There are 4 blind spots, left side, right side, front and back. So I'm going to keep pushing. You know, no one's just going to give you a car. No one's just going to give you a job. You know, me making these videos, I'm not just making them to make them. The purpose is to educate you guys and ladies, to push it out on the algorithm. You guys watch it, you find enjoyment, you leave comments, and that's the only way it's going to really push and grow. If you're just watching here and there, nothing really is going to happen. If you're really going to push it and watch it and really engage with it, it's going to grow. And I realize that, so I've got to keep making good content, good thumbnails, good titles, and just tell you the truth of this journey. About being 2025, I'm just telling you the truth. You got to get off your butt. You got to start focusing on you. Okay? That Mustang we see to the right, that's nice, but that costs money. A lot of you can't afford that because you don't have a job. You haven't established credit, insurance. If you're under 25, forget it. You can't afford it. If you're over 25, you're like, man, I'll get this, but you know what? My car keeps getting stolen. Or I keep getting tickets because I'm driving too fast. Or my girlfriend is pregnant and we're going to have our first child, so I need to get something a little bit more family friendly. If you're single, rock it out. But if you're single and you're 25, you should already have your license. But some of you don't. And I'm not judging. Some of you in your late teens, some of you in your mid-20s, some of you in your early 30s, early 40s. Everyone has a different story and journey, right? But I need more of you to tell me, where are you from? I'm getting a lot of viewers from Georgia, from Mississippi, from Florida, from Tennessee, from Texas. Where else are you from? You know, because I'm trying to build this data set out. And what I'm going to do every time I talk to someone or reach out, you tell me where you're from, and I'm going to get a map of the United States or the world, because we know that this platform is regional. I'm in the United States, so it's going to push out the United States first. It's going to push out whatever area of the world you're from, and most where my viewers interact. So that's data. Some of you said, well, how do I drive to work? Okay, I'll make a video on that. How do I go downtown? I'll make a video on that. How do I go across country? I can make a video on that. How do I charge my car? Tune my car? I can make a video on that. I still have to go to a downtown area. I'm about 15 minutes out, but the problem is construction. A lot of these roads are closed in the downtown metro area. And then my client keeps calling me. You know, you can make money driving. Uber, Lyft, driving from the metro area, driving from the city to the metro area, driving people to the airport back home. But that's wear and tear on your car, and you're an independent contractor. So, is it enough to really just keep gas or charge on the car? because no one really shows you everything. Because a lot of people aren't truthful. You know, your parents will help you, but a lot of you are disrespectful. You play video games all day, you don't want to work, you don't want to do anything, but you got your hand out. And driving is a privilege, not a right. So just because you pay for your class doesn't mean anything. You gotta hit all those objectives. I had one young lady tell me, I've been driving since I was 7. And I said, you're very reckless because you don't follow any of the rules. You don't have your hands properly set up. You're going too fast in a residential area. You don't check over your shoulder and check your blind spots. She looked at me like, are you scared? I just looked at her. So when people don't listen, they're danger signs. The danger signs are when you miss a minimum at least 3 to 5 days in class, you're going to fail the test. In our location, and this is on the news, you have to be done in 6 weeks. So there's a time limit. Most clients get done. Some do not. They have to retake the class. So adults learn differently. And it takes a different type of instructor. I've taught adults before. I've taught people in their 30s and 40s and 50s. This car's broken down. It could be something on the road. Maybe we don't know. I just want to stay away from them. Flat tire. Do you know how to fix a flat tire? It would suck if you have to change it right now. But you got to know how to do this. Some of you want a nice car, but you can't afford the maintenance, the tires, the brakes, the oil changes. An Audi twin turbo is beautiful, but every 70,000 miles, the motor's got to be pulled out. You've got to change the timing chain. A lot of you don't want to do that. You want to have a Hellcat or a Trackhawk, but the transfer case is the weak link. How do I know? Because I used to have one. I blew it up. So for $3,000, that all-wheel drive is a beast, but that transfer case is not super strong. So you got to make commitments, and a lot of you are not willing to do that. If I'm wrong, you guys tell me, because I think those people want to learn how to drive or in driving age. This is not a kid channel. Driving is a necessary skill. It's a life skill. This is why the laws have said that most states require you to be 18 to vote, 21 to drink, and I think the age to drive should be raised up. I think some of the laws need to be changed, must be changed. And driving this every day is a big responsibility. You go into the metro area, there's crime, your car could get stolen, there's heavy traffic, you'll get tired, you'll get cut off. It's just so much. And a lot of you are not willing to do this. I gotta get all the way over. I waited too long. And I want to be careful. I don't want to crash into someone. And this is real life. See how slow they're moving? Dang, they're moving so slow. Whoa, bro. Oh, look at this. I'm at 39 miles an hour. What's going on? Bruh. That's the accident waiting ahead. And if I go too fast on here, I'm going to crash and be an accident. So I don't want to do that. So I'm being really gentle. LS3, LT1, ZL1, E28, Cobra Fastback, Underbolt. If you don't know what this stuff means, then you don't really understand driving. And I think a lot of you just want to do the minimum. You don't really want to put in work and put air in the tire and change oil and get dirty. You don't want to do that. It's too much work. Way too much work. It's a lot to think about. So I need you guys to prove me wrong. So we're going to look at more data. We'll pull over here. Look at my videos, and I will give you guys more information in about 24 hours. Have a great New Year's. Leave more information. Where are you from? How old are you? And we'll get a better profile.